Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
In this tutorial, as Pongal's teacher, I have given away different topics, and I do believe that you will try to explain about your viewpoint related to the topics of what is given to you. First and foremost, you know what is much more important here to give your intro and try to deliver about your own presentation, which is playing in mind. So let's start with the question that I'd like to come to you as an initiator. Please start.
Good morning everyone, I am Sudeep here. I am from Batram SPC High School, and today in this tutorial our respected sir has given us a very nice topic for discussion, and the topic name is bullet train in India good or bad? So without to down to drain our valuable time, let's begin. So to starting this point, first of all I would like to mention here that as we all know that Japan has launched the first bullet train in 1964. So after that, by following it, India make a plan in 2019, and now this plan is still going on. But now question raised here that does bullet train, after launching bullet train, are normal peoples or local peoples are getting any benefit of it, or it become much more costly for them? So to starting this point, first of all, I'd like to mention here that bullet train is really a hi-fi technological traveling transportation system, which really become much more helpful for us, basically for those peoples who have to go outside or foreign countries for their work purposes. At first, I'd like to mention here that it curtail our journey, because suppose as an example, you have to visit Calcutta to Rajasthan. Suppose you need 2 days journey by local trains or normal trains, but that long time you have to spend, but you need a quick. In a quick, you can use bullet train here because it cuts your journey. Suppose you need 2 days for to reach there, and only in one day you can reach there. So for that reason, in my opinion, I think so that it is really so much helpful for those people, and its speed is as fast as a aircraft. Basically, people who have to go outside foreign countries or other places more further, so that can be much more useful or benefited for them, and it also reduce expenses too. Not only that, in the next I would like to mention here the facilities which are there in bullet train. Those are really fascinating bomb for us. It's really a sweet journey for us because air condition is there, and not only that, the journey which people can get there, it is really much more easier and comfortable for them. In the next, I would like to mention here that when bullet train launch, it become really so fascinating for every people, because never any time we saw such a thing which have basically we are habituated to travel by local trains or mail trains, etc. But when bullet trains launch, it really becomes so much fascinating for us. In the next, I would like to mention here, as a coin have it two sides. Similarly, it also have its negative side, good and bad, both sides too. At first, I'd like to mention here that the ticket price which is there in bullet train, it is really very costly. Normal people can't able to afford it, because the facilities which they are providing in bullet train, it is really a great facilities, a bomb price for us. But for normal people, India, such a developing country, but still unemployment, illiteracy is still there. For those peoples, it is not possible to afford. Maximum peoples can't afford it. So it is a huge problem. The ticket price should be lower, or such a which every peoples can afford easily. And the second problem is that basically rail tracks are so lack of rail track is a huge problem in our country. Lack of infrastructure, because for such a transportation system, for such a bullet train, our government have to spend more and more money to make such an infrastructure. And rather than, in my opinion, I think so that by this project of bullet train, if our government don't spend money, and instead of that, if they spend money in our current projects, then it become much better than it. And not only that, the accident cases, the possibility of accident also increase more by this bullet train. In a nutshell, I'd like to mention here that for India, such a developing country, Bullet train is a luxury.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you very much. Thank you. Now I would like to come to you, please. Kate.
Good morning, my respected sir and my dear friend. Here is Kamal. I am in class 7 and my school name is Nana School. So, first of all, I would like to say that as we all know from last 10 years, in our world, many different countries invent many new things. In between them, bullet train is one of them. This had been invented in Japan in 1964 by many modern technology. And it also provides us many comfortability when we travel in the bullet train, then we do not feel any jerking, and it has various type of facilities like air conditioner, television, and etc. Bullet train is the train which curtail the long period of distance in very short period of time. Suppose 1 hour distance, it can travel in 15 minutes. But the bullet train speed is similar to the aircraft, and that's mean you all can imagine that how much speed it is running. And but it has many disadvantage, like the ticket price is very costly, and if therefore the middle class people can't afford it. And if India want to invent it, then they have to invest crore of money. As we all know, in our India there is too much poor people with povertyness and unemployment. So rather to invest that thing in bullet train, they should invest that rupees for the welfare of the people.
Very good. Thank you very much. Indeed. Now I would like to come to you, please.
In Second World War, America attacked to Japan by atomic bombs. After that bomb blast, the spine of Japan is broken. And next 5 years, they faced many storms. But after that 5 years, they build a new management, and they start a great journey in the way of technology.
Very good.
In the way of journey, they made many modern vehicles, modern machines, and bullet train, and in between bullet train is one of them. It's packed up with highly modern technology. It can cross 250 miles, 250 kilometers in 1 hour. I think in this information you can get the idea how speedy it has. Also many comfort like air condition, televisions, etc. So India want to start in our country also, but we need because it can give us benefit from all the way, like this cost is less than the flight cost. So and it can save us our time and also provide us many comfort. But there is many inconveniences also, like it cannot be used in the local way because it is speed. It's also it's middle class and poor people cannot afford it because the cost is very high. And also we have no that type of technology, which type of technology it's needed, and we have to spend a lot of money in it for buy from the Japan. So we don't have that type of investment. So I think we should invest that type of money in the employment, because India already suffered from the povertyness in the few, and we don't know its future. Okay. And in future, if it don't get any profit, so all the investment gone for a disaster. So I think in a future, if we want to start it, so we have to make a strong economy first, and we have to upgrade our technology. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You really have done a very good job. Now I'd like to come to this.
Good morning everyone, my name is Anik Dakta. I am in class 5 in Howrah School. Today's my topic is bullet train good in India? If bullet train start in India, then we can curtail our journey. There are many facilities in bullet train, like we can watch TV in bullet train. There is an AC in that train. In bullet train, it is a very comfortable journey for us. The bullet train is invented in Japan. Then in 2019, Indian government got the idea to start the bullet train in India. But starting bullet train in India is a very big investment, and India already have many investment in our normal train project. But suppose we need to go Kolkata to Delhi in normal train, it take maybe 2 days. But in bullet train we can travel there in 1 day. So it is very attractive for the travelers. But if we start bullet train, then it does not go in our normal train track. So we need to make other track for the bullet train. So it is very costly for our country. And if we start bullet train and it does not work, then the money behind that train start in India will waste. India is also a poor country. Our country's people don't have the money for riding that train. In spite of that, if we start bullet train, then the possibility of having more and more accidents. So instead of starting bullet train, we need to develop our local trains.
Very good. Thank you very much. Now I would like to come to you, please.
I am Orko here. I am from Salke English School, Higher Unit. Today my topic is bullet train good in India? Japan is a developed country. They made many devices. Bullet train is one of them. Japan invented this train in 1964. Bullet train is a new concept. It is also an exciting train. Its speed is similar aircraft. Bullet train has many facilities like AC, TV, etc. In 2019, our government made a plan to launch bullet train. Now this plan is still going. Suppose you will go Kolkata to Delhi with local train, thus it's take maybe 1 day. But if you riding in bullet train, thus it's curtail your journey. Our country is suffering by many problems. Bullet train is introduced is not possible in our country. Without any big investment, bullet train is cannot launch. Investing money behind the bullet train project, government can invest that money in other developing areas. Instead of that, in our country, maximum people are poor. They have no enough money for riding in bullet trains. Thus, they wanted to riding in local train. Bullet train is a excitement for everyone and it also attractive. In bullet train, there are possibilities of having more and more accident. In spite of that, basically, our government give big investment for introduce local train. But in present time, our government is so poor. They do not have enough money for giving this project bullet train. Bullet train cannot launch in our local train track. So once again, new railway track will prepare for bullet train. But government has no enough money for this project. As much as bullet train is bombed, that much it is costly.
Okay. Thank you very much. Now I would like to come to you, please, Karen.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sweetie Shah. I read in BCA first year. Today we discuss a very unique topic which is given by our teacher. The topic name is bullet train good in India? In our world, Japan is well developed country. Also, Japan has a better financial ability than India. Japan launched their first bullet train in 1964. In this project, Japan government invested a huge amount for this. After a huge time, Indian government can also decide that they invest huge amount for this project. Bullet train has many facilities. One of the facilities that in this train we can cuddle our journey than our local train. We know in our local train we can went Kolkata to Delhi, so we can travel 48 hours or much more time. But if this train launch, we can travel and fulfill our journey assured 6 to 7 hours, so we can save much more time. One of the positive side is bullet train launch, so the train will much more attractive because there are many facilities. It is ran through electricity. Inside the train, it is air conditioner system, and bullet train also compare a aircraft. And now I would like to say that their bad sides. If bullet train will launch, government has to create many new railway tracks for running this train because this train is very fast and it can't able to run normal trains railway. On the other point, if bullet train launch, its ticket price will very costly. So some people can afford this, but many people can't afford this. So this newly highly technological project is not for all peoples. So in a nutshell, I would like to say that bullet train is good, but on the other side I tell that the quantity of money which will government invest in this project, if this money will invest in other railway sectors, I think that is much better for all the peoples and also our country, because our country need a good financial ability to afford it. Thank
Very
you.
good. Thank you very much. Now I'd like to come to you. Please carry.
My name is Tushar Sen. I read in BCA first year. Today we describe an interesting topic which is given by our teacher. The topic name is bullet train good in India? First I tell that in my point of view, bullet train is very well developed technology. It was first made in Japan in 1964. In our Indian government is thinking to launch bullet train in India. This idea is good, but also in this project there are some bad sides too. Some good sides is bullet train curtail our journey, and bullet train give us many facilities like air conditioner, lack of jerking, etc. Some bad sides are our country is financially very poor and all peoples are can't afford these train tickets. This idea is good, but our country's people need financial ability. In a nutshell, I would like to say we need good financial condition to afford this uh, technology. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Everybody have done their job. Thank you very much for your participation. Also, I have given your point of view on it. Thank you enough.